And welcome to a breakdown of style and testing deductions in WebCat. So you can look at some other videos about some general overview, but in this video we're going to talk specifically about style and testing deductions. So we can see those. These are the categories: code coverage from your tests primarily, and we can see the pink highlighting associated with it, and then also style deductions. Style deductions you can see usually is auto-grader deduction points here. So we're going to take a dive into that. We can see that we're having 3 auto-grader style deductions here. So in your file breakdown, you can see what individual files are leading to style deductions, or maybe, and you can hopefully pick out ones that are leading to test coverage issues. So test coverage issues are that when WebCat runs your tests, maybe not every line or not every version of every line is tested thoroughly. And then style deductions, as we can see here, this bold red, is when you write code such that it doesn't line up with the way the formatting, maybe not at the execution, but the formatting that WebCat is encouraging. So here I can see basic style deduction. I am missing an @author tag. If I want to add that @author tag, I would usually do it on line 8 in this opening Java doc, but right now I'm getting a 2-point style deduction from WebCat for missing it. So these are kind of simple, but they're not corrected by the auto-grader. So auto-grader pieces or auto-grader deductions are usually white space or formatting, and we can see one of those here in this else on line 85. We can see where I'm losing 2 pieces or 2 points on some basic formatting. Else is not followed by white space, and my curly brace is not preceded by white space. So if I put a space in between my else and my curly brace, I would fix both those issues. Also, if for a lot of the formatting mistakes that we would see these kind of style deductions associated with, you can use the auto formatter provided in the lab 1 introduction. So if you download the style sheet and you install it correctly, you can press Command Shift F in Eclipse or Control Shift F in Windows, or for Eclipse for Mac or Windows, and these kind of small white space errors just get auto formatted. This is very useful specifically for kind of how you write if statements or for loops or any kind of these curly braces. The style sheet will correct a lot of the spacing associated with them. Then, okay, so that's the 2 style errors that are present in this piece, in this file. Now let's talk about the test cases. So we have 2 pieces. We have not all possibilities for this decision were tested. Remember that if you have n simple conditions combined, you must test all n+1 possibilities. First time you read this, it can be pretty confusing. Basically what it boils down to is that this if statement is not tested every way it could be. So we have one simple condition, that's our equals equals. This if statement is double compare input 2 to 0 equals 0. So double compare can have a result, and then that result is compared to 0. So we ended up with one simple condition, just this equals equals. And we can see that we are testing the false case, it appears. So on line 76, we don't see any pink highlighting. So that suggests that we are completing the false case. But on line 73, we can see pink highlighting, which means we're probably not running a test for the true case. If we hover over this, it just says this line was not executed by our tests. So we're not hitting this piece. So if we write a test and we end up hitting the true case for this, if we end up with input 2 being 0, that'll hit this case, and it should fix the branching if. So the important piece to walk away with here is that pink highlighting usually means 2 things. 1, your line was run, but it wasn't run in every way it could have been, or your line was not run at all. And here we can see both. Your line was not run in every way it could be, and your line was not run at all. So that covers the basic style and coding, or style and test coverage deductions that WebCat has. I hope everyone found that helpful.